Hi everyone and welcome to today's video. This is the WIDA ACCESS Writing Lesson 4. Today we're going to be talking about mathematics. So you can pause the video and read this introduction information on your own and then restart the video when you're ready to continue. So the writing practice in this lesson focuses on the language of mathematics. The language of mathematics is a language we use to express mathematical concepts and ideas. This might include discussing numbers, mathematical operations, shapes, lines, angles, etc. Again, you can pause the video and read these writing tips on your own, and then restart when you're ready to continue.
Planning a garden. People measure to find the space inside or around a shape. The space inside a shape is called the area. The area helps people know if there is enough room for things. The length around the shape is called the perimeter. The perimeter helps people know how much of something they need. Look at the examples below. The classroom shows the area, and the poster board shows the perimeter.
What is the area? What is the perimeter? Write 2 sentences.
So you have 10 minutes to complete this task. So you want to look at the pictures and any notes that you took. Then write your 2 sentences. And then check your sentences against the items in the checklist. And now we'll look at a sample response. The area is the space inside a shape. The perimeter is the space around a shape.
Alex's class is learning how people plan spaces, like parks and gardens. The teacher shows an example of a city building a new park. In the park, a rectangular garden will be inside a larger 50 by 80-foot area. The designers need to measure the length around the garden, or its perimeter, to plan for the fence around it. They also need to find the garden's area to see if it is big enough for all the plants they want to grow.
Okay, read the prompt and then you have 20 minutes to complete the task. This task is more difficult than the previous task, so you have more time to complete it.
What do the park designers need to measure to plan the garden? How does finding the area and perimeter help them? Write a paragraph of 3 to 5 sentences.
Right, so now it's time to organize your ideas. Check any of the notes that you took. Now write 3 to 5 sentences and don't forget to answer both questions. And now check your paragraph against these items in the checklist. And now we'll look at a sample response. The park designers need to measure 2 things in order to plan the garden. They need to measure the area of the space. This will help them see if it is big enough to fit all the plants that they want. They also need to measure the perimeter so that they can know the size that the fence will need to be.
Now, Alex's class is learning about how area and perimeter help people make choices when planning parks and gardens. The park designers want to add pathways for walking and a seating area in the garden. They need to check if adding these will make the garden too crowded. The designers are also considering adding a small pond in the corner of the garden to make sure there is enough room for everything. They need to measure the area to see if each feature will fit. They will also need to measure the perimeter to see if they have enough fencing to go around the garden, the pathways, and near the pond.
Right, so read the prompt and you'll have 30 minutes to complete this task.
How can measuring area and perimeter help the park designers plan the garden with new features? Why is it important for them to check if there is enough space? Write a paragraph of 5 to 8 sentences using details from the text.
All right, so you could go ahead and organize your ideas by checking your notes. Now write your paragraph using details from the text. And then check your paragraph against the checklist. And now we'll take a look at a sample response. Measuring area and perimeter is very important for park designers when planning a garden. The area helps them know how much space they have to add pathways and features like benches. Measuring the perimeter helps them plan paths or fences around the garden. It is important to check if there is enough space so that the garden doesn't feel crowded and everything fits well. It also helps them avoid wasting materials or building things that don't fit in the space. By using area and perimeter, designers can make a garden that is both beautiful and practical. This ensures visitors will enjoy the park.
Symmetry in nature. Things that have the same shape on both sides are symmetrical. There are two kinds of symmetry. Reflective symmetry means that something looks exactly the same on both sides when you draw a line down the middle. A butterfly's wings are a good example of reflective symmetry. Rotational symmetry means that something looks the same when you turn it around. For example, a snowflake has 6 arms that look exactly the same when you turn it. We can see symmetry everywhere in nature. Many leaves have reflective symmetry because the left side matches the right side. Snowflakes have rotational symmetry because they stay the same when you turn them.
Okay, read the prompt and you'll have 20 minutes to complete this task.
What is reflective symmetry? What is rotational symmetry? Use examples from the text to explain. Write a paragraph of 3 to 5 sentences.
Okay, now you can organize your ideas by using your notes. And now write your paragraph and don't forget to use examples from the text. When you finish writing your paragraph, compare it to the checklist items. And now we'll look at a sample response. Symmetry is when things have the same shape on both sides. There are two types of symmetry, reflectional and rotational. Reflective symmetry means that something looks the same on both sides when you draw a line through the middle. Rotational symmetry means that something looks the same when you turn it in different directions.
Symmetry in nature is not just beautiful. There are also important reasons why things have symmetry in nature. Leaves show reflective symmetry, which helps them grow evenly and absorb sunlight on both sides. Flowers use symmetry to attract pollinators like bees. This balanced design makes it easier for animals to find food and spread pollen. Snowflakes are another example of symmetry in nature. Their rotational symmetry allows them to fall steadily through the air without breaking. In animals, like butterflies, reflective symmetry can help them fly smoothly and attract mates. Nature uses symmetry to improve the way things work and make them attractive.
Okay, so read the prompt. You'll have 30 minutes to complete the task.
Explain how symmetry helps leaves, flowers, and snowflakes. Write a paragraph of 5 to 8 sentences. Use details from the text in your answer.
So you can plan your writing and organize your ideas by using your notes. Now write your paragraph and remember to use details from the text in your answers. And then finally check your paragraph against the items in the checklist. And now we'll read a sample response. Symmetry in nature has an important purpose. In leaves, symmetry helps them grow evenly, which makes it easier for the plant to collect sunlight on both sides. Flowers with symmetry attract more insects like bees because they are easy to land on. This helps with pollination and the growth of new plants. Snowflakes are also symmetrical. Their balanced shape helps them fall in a steady way. Symmetry helps to improve the way things work and keep nature in balance.
Like leaves, flowers, and snowflakes, other things in nature use symmetry for survival and balance. Animals like starfish show rotational symmetry, which lets them move easily in any direction. Honeycombs in a beehive have both reflective and rotational symmetry, which makes them strong and able to hold honey without breaking. In plants, fruits such as apples often show reflective symmetry, helping them grow evenly and protect their seeds inside. Symmetry can also show health in nature. A bird with wings that are not even might have trouble flying. Scientists study symmetry to learn how living things grow and survive in their environments.
Here, read the prompt, and you'll have 30 minutes to complete the task. There's also a reminder to read the captions under the photos because they might help you.
Why is symmetry important for survival and balance in nature? Use examples from the text to explain your answer. Write 2 paragraphs of 8 to 10 sentences in total. Include examples and your own ideas.
So again, organize your ideas by using your notes. Go ahead and write your 2 paragraphs. And then check your paragraphs against the checklist. And now we'll look at a sample response. Symmetry is important for survival and balance in nature because it helps living things function effectively. For example, animals like butterflies and birds have symmetrical bodies which help them fly better and stay balanced in the air. In plants, symmetrical leaves allow for even sunlight collection. Flowers often have symmetry to attract pollinators like bees, making reproduction more successful. These examples show that symmetry is not only about appearance, it plays a key role in helping living things survive in their environments. Symmetry also creates balance in ecosystems and helps nature stay organized. For example, snowflakes have symmetrical patterns that allow them to fall evenly to the ground. Symmetry also helps animals identify healthy mates. In this way, symmetry contributes to the survival of species. By keeping things balanced and functional, symmetry helps life on Earth continue to thrive. Great, and that brings us to the end of today's video. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, reflect on the questions, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.